Hello, Stoney fam, and good morning. Welcome to yet again another episode of TokeTalks with Tia. So, happy Monday. It's another manic Monday. It's right here where I'm at. It's super nice out again. It's supposed to be about 90 degrees though, so it's going to be really, really hot. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to the sun coming out and having summer coming. I'm super excited for summer weather, guys. Super excited. And I got the bong pack in front of me because I actually just realized that the last podcast I was so eager to talk that I didn't even get the bong out. I didn't even smoke. So I don't even know what I was thinking. We're going to get right to smoking first, and then we're going to get to the talking. For today's topic, we're going to be talking about limonene, one of my favorite terpenes. And it's actually very popular and one of the most common ones. We're going to smoke and we're going to get to talking about it. So I can't wait to do so. Right now I got in front of me some Biscotti Guava. It's a really nice, from what I've read, I haven't tried it yet, so this is my first time smoking it. But from what I've read, it's like a nice balanced hybrid. I think it should be more like, more on the relaxing side. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. It does have a total THC of 26.3%, and it has about 1% CBD in there. A lot of cannabinoids and shit, so we're gonna smoke. Cheers. Alright, guys. Wow, the taste of that is... I taste like hints of like vanilla almost in it. Hold on, I have to hit it one more time. We'll see. It tastes like herbal vanilla, which is interesting. For the terpenes in this strain is alpha humulene, beta myrcene, beta caryophyllene, beta pinene, and limonene's also in this, and linalool. There's not a very high percentage of limonene, though. There's about 20%. The highest in this is linalool. So that's why. Okay, I can see why it's making me feel nice and relaxed. Already, like, the first hit, I can feel my shoulders just, like, they dropped. So that was nice. I definitely needed that because my shoulders were hurting from last night. Alright, I just had to cough my brains out. But honestly, I rate that, like, a nice 8 out of 10. And that's only from my first bong pack. I haven't, like, consistently been smoking this yet today, but I really like that strain. That is a really tasty strain. Anyway, we're going to talk about limonene. And also, limonene is the second most common terpene found in nature, and the third most common terpene found in cannabis. So if you're, like, out in the wild or whatever, like, out in, like, not literally out in the wild, but, out in, like, in the world and stuff, limonene can be found in other products and other... like cleaning products and stuff like that. It's very common to be found, and it's also very common in cannabis, so it's the third most common. Its aroma is very, like, citrus, lemon, orange, and grapefruit, and, like, lime. All of that, like, citrusy fruit smell and taste that you would get from, citrus and stuff like that, you would also be finding in limonene. And the most common benefits that most people find from using this terpene, it helps elevate their mood. It's great for stress relief. It has antifungal properties, antibacterial properties. It's antiviral. It helps relieve heartburn and gastric reflux problems, and it improves absorption of any other terpenes. So, like, say for example, I'm smoking the guava, and it has limonene in it, but it also has pinene and caryophyllene in it. It's going to amplify those other two terpenes and make them work together stronger. I feel like it causes more of like an entourage effect, personally speaking, but that's just my personal opinion. When it comes to that terpene, whenever I smoke something with that in it, I feel like it can lead to the entourage effect for me a lot easier. It doesn't necessarily mean that in every strain I smoke that has it in it, that I will get that effect, that desired effect, because that doesn't always happen. And unfortunately, even with like the strain that I like right now, like if I say I just tried this now, I did, and I keep smoking this, I won't get the same effect. You kind of just gotta keep switching them up, and it's fun, but that part kind of does suck, because when you do find one that you really, really like, It sucks having to switch it up, but then you can always go back to it. So anyway, it can also help with, limonene may also help with skin tuberculosis. I cannot pronounce that correctly, I apologize. Prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, breast cancer, liver cancer, lung cancer. So, like, it'll help with a lot of different cancers, cancer cells and stuff like that. It can help with that. Then there's another one. I apologize if I don't pronounce this correctly. It's glioblastoma. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Probably definitely butchered it, but it just has a lot of medicinal properties, as well as it can help with, like, the stress and anxiety. And it's pretty common, I find, in like sativa leaning or just hybrids. I feel like mostly limonene will be found in it. I find it's not too much in straight indica strains, but it will be also found in there. So it doesn't necessarily mean, like, just because you see that it's citrus and it's lemon and it's fruity and, you know, it might give you a certain effect, does not mean it's going to make you feel that way. So it can be found in indica leaning strains as well. It's just, I feel like it's more commonly found in hybrids or sativa leaning. So speaking of the strains, I thought I would share with you guys, I made a list of, I've been trying to make lists for each and every terpene, what strains would be more dominant in those, for those terpenes, as well as, I'll talk about that again coming up soon. I got another surprise for you guys, but for this right now, we're going to talk about just the certain strains that are dominant with limonene in them, and they're pretty common, very known. Especially the first one we're going to talk about, which is wedding cake. One of my personal favorites. I really like wedding cake. It's really tasty. It's very, like, vanilla. I feel like it has, like, a nice vanilla taste to it, and it's very earthy and peppery kind of hues, little hints of pepper. It is testing usually at around 24%. It has 1% of CBG. Usually it makes me feel relaxed. It makes most people feel that way as well. It's a very just nice, I feel like, perfect strain to smoke at the end of the day when you're trying to either go to bed or just, like, veg out on the couch and just relax. It helps a lot with insomnia and appetite loss and with pain. So pretty much like I was just saying, like, you want to veg out, you want to sit and eat, have the munchies and eat a bunch and just, like, sit and watch movies and giggle a little bit. I feel like it can help with that too. And if you're suffering with a little bit of pain, varying between mild or severe, it can help with either or. I've personally never tried it with severe pain, but I have used it with mild pain, and it has helped quite a bit. So, and it has won Leafly Strain of the Year in 2019. So, another one of my actually kind of faves right now. I've been smoking a lot of this. I just actually had a cross between I had Dosi Sherb, which was a cross between Dosi Do and Sherbert. Very delicious. I highly recommend. But this one is Dosi Do. So it's testing at around 20% THC. It has 1% CBG. It's usually top effect of you'll be feeling is sleepy. I felt kind of more just relaxed, borderline. I kind of did sleep a lot better from smoking it. It's very florally, I feel like, for the smell, and, like, pungent and sweet and earthy. It's very, I feel like, herbal and earthy and just out there. It's won Leafly Strain of the Year in 2021, so last year. Very recent. And it's an indica-leaning hybrid. So it's still on the spectrum of hybrid, but I feel like it could still either go either way. You could smoke it in the daytime or the nighttime, but I feel like it's more desired to be used in the evening or at night before bed. This one I've not tried before, guys. The next one we're going to move on to is Gushers. That one's testing at 24%. It has 1% of CBG in it. It also has caryophyllene in it. I'm not sure what else. I didn't list the third terpene. It also has more of like a fruity and tropical smell, I've read. I have not tried this one, unfortunately, though. But it's supposed to help with pain, nausea, and insomnia. And it is made by crossing Gelato number 41 with Triangle Kush. And I've heard of both of those other strains. I did try Gelato number 41. That one's really good. I don't know if I've tried Triangle Kush, though, actually. But that one's kind of going to be more of like a hybrid. I read it's going to be more of like a balanced hybrid. I can't really comment more unless I've tried it. So we're going to be moving on. Next one is one of my favorites. I love this one. It is MAC, or also known as Miracle Cookies. It's testing at 22%, and it has about 1% CBG in it. It makes me feel very happy whenever I smoke it. It's a nice uplifting hybrid. It has nice orange and citrusy aroma and flavor to it, and it will most often can help with stress and depression. So whenever I've had, some shit going on and I had happened to get my hands on this strain, it has helped. 99% of the time that I was feeling that way, it helped a lot. Usually weed helps anyway, but there will be some strains that you'll find, guys, if you don't pay attention and you smoke it, and if you're wondering, why do I feel super anxious or this, and it's just like the negative, undesired effect. It could be even the terpenes in it in your body, you just don't like them, or something else that's going on within, deeper, looking into it. So it's just interesting to look into and see, like, what works best for me and what would work best for you. So moving on, we got strawberry banana. Ooh. Testing at 21%, CBG 1%. And mostly you'll feel relaxed when smoking this. I've felt very relaxed when smoking this strain. You should feel that way anyway. And the flavor to it is pretty much like berry, strawberry, like very fruity. And it's made by crossing banana kush and bubble gum. Very tasty, very fruity strains that both have that terpene in them. Moving on, we got Banana Punch at 18% with CBG at 1%. You'd feel mostly tingly. It's one of those strains that creeps up on you, and I feel like for me it didn't take that long to creep up on, but it definitely didn't have an onset and hit that quickly, for sure, like any other strain. So it is very like that, a creeper strain. Testing at I already said that. I'm sorry. It is like a tropical flavory. I feel like fruity, like a hint, very slight hint of a banana, almost very slight. And it may also help with anxiety, appetite loss, and any stress that you're maybe having. It is made by crossing Banana OG and Purple Punch. Another one, which is like a classic, I love this one, is Stilatto. It is an indica. It's an indica strain. Testing at 20%. Its top effect that you'll feel mostly is relaxed. I feel like it's a nice stress reliever, and it helps with a lot of different things. What you'll get out of it when you're smelling it, and the taste that you'll get out of it is like lavender and very earthy. Excuse me. It's made by crossing Do-si-Do's and Gelato number 41. So again, two of my favorite strains, and two that I've tried quite often. And they also help with stress, like I said, and it will help you with sleeping, sedation, and if you have really bad insomnia like I do, it helps wonderfully with that. If it was not for cannabis, I would be staying up all night like I used to do, and it's not healthy, and I feel like I sleep a lot better now that I smoke. Not trying to like push people to smoke. If you're not doing it already and you're not interested, and it's something that you're like skeptical about, I say wait until you feel 100% sure. You need to be 100% sure what you want to do with what you're putting into your body. I feel like with whatever it may be, alcohol, drugs, whatever. I mean, I don't condone that, or drugs, I mean, rather, but cannabis and some alcohol responsibly is fine. Anywho, moving back to what I was talking about. I hate saying that. Anywho, but moving back to what I was talking about. Next strain, Jet Fuel Gelato. So still another one that has gelato in it. And if you've noticed, like all of these strains that are limonene dominant, they're going to be having like fruity names, kind of naming strains names. It's interesting. Anyway, going back. So it's a hybrid, kind of like a balanced. This one will be testing at 20% and has 1% of CBG in it. Most people that smoke this, I have not personally felt this way. I felt just like relaxed, but I could see why people have felt this way also. You get more like arousal. I feel like it could be relaxed or arousal. And it has like a violet, like a herbal-y flavor to it. It's made by crossing high octane and jet fuel. Next one, Papaya Punch. It's testing at 23% and it has 1% of CBG in it. It also has caryophyllene in it as well for the second dominant terpene. It makes you mostly feel sleepy. I felt relaxed, sleepy with it. Kind of even giggly. It has like a weird kind of flavor to it. I feel like you can even almost smell cheese, and it tastes like, it kind of doesn't really have too much of a taste.